Hey, welcome to day 2 of the 30-day video challenge. Now, the video for this particular day is going to be about being vulnerable. This is something that's very difficult to do. It's something that's going to make you pretty uncomfortable because, let's face it, we don't often want to share things about ourselves because it's either like embarrassing or we're something that we're like ashamed of or something. And the reason I'm actually have my hair up in this little thing right now is because like right now my hair is longer. I haven't gone to get a haircut because we just relocated to St. Pete, Florida, and I've just put it off for whatever reason. And I'm embarrassed to have this on my head in a video. But the purpose of this video is to be vulnerable, to kind of just share stuff, to get over the fact that most people don't care. Like, sure, there's gonna be certain people who watch this and are just like, oh, what's up with that stupid thing in your hair, Chris? And you know what? Who cares? If someone's commenting on your video, you're gonna get more exposure because YouTube rewards people who get people commenting on their stuff. So oftentimes when you're doing things that are just a little not normal or a little out of the ordinary for your particular channel, you're going to get traction on your stuff. So that's one thing that's pretty cool about being vulnerable and being willing to test stuff. Who knows, it might completely flop. People will be like, who cares that you have some weird thing in your hair? That's fine. It's normal, everyone does that. So with vulnerability, what does that actually look like and why is it important for this challenge? Well, in this challenge, what's cool about right now is if you're just getting started with video marketing and putting yourself out there and putting your ideas and your videos out to the public, out to the world, you don't really have to worry about a lot of people seeing your stuff. Like right now, you might have 1 or 2 people who see your videos, maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5. Think about that fact for a minute. These people are probably people that are already familiar with you. They know, like, and trust you a little bit, otherwise they wouldn't have already followed you. It might be friends or family, it might be people who just trying to encourage you to do something, although they might still resent the fact that you're trying to change, to grow, whatever that happens to look like. But with this, only having a couple subscribers or a couple people who are gonna watch and consume your video is a huge asset because you can test stuff. You can do things that once you have like 100,000 subscribers or 200,000 subscribers, you might think, you know, what is the community gonna think about this? What is my average viewer gonna say about this video? And right now with vulnerability, you have such a great opportunity because you're still kind of like finding your voice at this point in the challenge. Like, you're still trying to figure out who you are, what you're gonna share, why anyone cares, and being open and like willing to test stuff is gonna make a huge difference for this. Because you could be reading a particular book and have learned a lesson that really hit home with you, but it's something that might, on first glance, just be something that you personally feel happens to you. It might be something that might be a little vulnerable for you, which is the point of this. Something where you're like, oh, I get that. That hits home with me right now. And there's a really good quote that's the more personal, the more universal, I think is the actual quote for it. And what that actually means is that the more personal something is, like the more it impacts your personal life, the more universal it is in accordance to like everything. And that's really weird to think about because things that are like personal issues for us, that's pretty true for most people. Like, a lot of other people have to go through these issues too. But as a society, like, we're not trained to talk through it or to address it and like figure out why we feel this way about certain things. With this vulnerability, this being willing to share this kind of stuff, it's gonna be a really quick way to relate to your audience because people are gonna be like, oh my God, like, seriously, that's what I do too. Like, that happened to me and I feel bad about it, or I feel weird about it, or whatever it happens to be. And I first stumbled across this in, I don't even know, it was like 2008, 2009. I started putting out blog posts on my personal website and I was like sharing them, and some of the stuff was things that I was like terrified to share. I remember writing a blog post about, I stumbled across a hidden secret from pickup artists, and at the time I was studying attraction between male and female, attraction based on like everything when it comes to relationships. It was weird to share because I read like The Game, I read 15 books that were all about relationship stuff, and it's weird to think about, it's weird to talk about still. See, like right now, I'm being weird about it. I'm not comfortable talking about this in video form because it's something that I went through like 8 years ago or 10 years ago. I still actually have some of the books down there if you want me to show you. Hold on. Okay, so I don't have all the books. I don't have all my books here at this place right now, but here's some. So this is Rules of the Game, Master the Art of Attraction in 30 Days. Look at this. I read this, I learned from this. This is The Red Queen, Sex and the Evolution of Human Nature by Matt Ridley. This is a really good book too. The Female Brain by Luann Brizendine. These are books that I've read so that I can learn about myself, about like relationships, like how things work, and improve myself. And I was terrified to share that. Feels weird. I get a little anxiety thinking about that. But when I did that, a lot of people came to me and resonated with that, because they too were going through the same thing. That's basically like the message of this video, is to be vulnerable about something, share it. At this point, you probably don't have a ton of followers, a lot of people subscribing, and that's the beauty of this, because you can start to get vulnerable and you'll connect with this audience, and they'll be with you for a long time. They'll probably be with you, fans for life, if you're vulnerable and like honest with people. So that's today's video. Got a little weird, dragged on, so sorry about that, but the purpose of this was to be vulnerable and to share something. So that's today's to-do, is to be vulnerable about something, share something that you personally love to do, or something that you might think that other people don't go through, but you know, you might have gone through it and learned from it. So share that. So thank you so much. If you aren't doing this challenge, there's gonna be a link down below where you can get started. 30 days, video every single day, so that you can grow your brand, grow your personal brand, grow your business. Thanks so much. Be sure to subscribe for more, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.